I love this conversation because it always comes back to the home unit. And I think that's exactly where we need to be right now as a starting place, as a phase one of cleanup. Address the stuff that's going on the inside. So as an individual, as a woman, a wife, a mom, I'm going to look at what I know is not right, what isn't working, and I'm going to address that, and I'm going to ask for help from God. And when you call on him, he answers and he meets you right where you're at. And that is what is happening across America. Is there is a focus. It's like the lights are going on in the family home unit. And that is how we prepare to combat this next season. Maybe your marriage isn't in the best place right now. Be honest about it. You know, don't just give up. Decide what's important in this life, what you want, and start doing the personal work. And we have to address what James is saying in politics. It's real. There needs to be a focus on these handlers. That's one thing that I find we are not talking about enough. It's time to start naming names. It's time to start outing tactics. It's time to start preparing you know the the Christians that are going to be going into office, really better preparing them. And again, as an educated voter, be aware and, be on mission, be in prayer. And we have to start, talking about this stuff in our churches. I'm so sick and tired of churches that give themselves an out. Well, we aren't political here. Well, give your head a shake. What are you afraid to pray about? You shouldn't be afraid to pray about anything. If somebody comes to you, it's to be like a hospital, and they should be able to address what's going on and go after getting results. I believe in miracles today, and I believe in healing, and I believe marriages can be saved and families can be saved. And, the Bible says, without a vision, my people perish. And that's what I watched happen in Canada. I watched all of these leaders with no vision. They had no vision for a future. Well, we need a vision for America. So we really need to be united in that vision, make America great again, and we need to be walking in that.
Hey,
And
Val,
that's,
do you
yeah.
think we're going to come back? You think we're going to come back as a country of culture as Christians? Hopefully, starting at the November election. Not to be a rhetorical question, but do you feel good? Do you think that the wave's going to come back?
We have that constitution. Like James says, that is our contract. Our contract remains alive, secure today. And we have to hold on to that. You do not hand that
Hmm.
over. And the enemy is close. The front door is wide open. They've kicked the front door down. And now we have to respond. And we still have the ability to respond. And, enemies of America, foreign and domestic, would love you to think that you don't have what it takes. They're going to fill your mind with all kinds of disinformation, misinformation, and confuse you, but you have to dig deep. And that's why you have to get in a right place, and it starts with the moral condition. And I probably sound like a broken record, but if you really want to know the true strength of a nation, you look inside the family home. Why do you think all these foreign governments are spying on Americans and launching their little balloons and whatever they can to look in our windows like big perverts? Because that is how they're monitoring the condition of our marriages. So if you really want to fight back and you really love America, look what it's built on and look what we have intact today. So I just hold on to that constitution with both hands, and we will get through this. And there is an awakening happening in the home zone, and we're going to see more of that. It's not over,
Val,
baby.
you're not a broken record. If God, family, and freedom is the message, A broken record, then I'll listen to that all day long because that's your message always.